Yeah, Rapture, is there any update on the Dan Snyder front? And also, if they're building a new stadium, will the price of that franchise, if he does have to sell it, be less because the new owner would have to pay for the new stadium? Or would it be more because they're upgrading like their entire facility?
Excellent question. I would think if they build a new stadium, first of all, I don't know that Dan Snyder is going to sell, but let's just, based on the question, let's just assume that at some point is the case. I think it'd be more valuable because you would buy the land and the stadium. So if you are an NFL owner and you own all of it, that is extremely lucrative. Like the teams that have that set up, and that's why, I think with the Bears, remember they bought some land in Arlington Heights, I think it is. That makes the franchise more valuable because you put a stadium there theoretically, and then you can develop the land like an outdoor mall or a concert something. Condos, whatever it is.
Patriot Place, casino, whole thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're talking real money. Not that it's not real money, but talking real money.
$400 billion.
I mean, ridiculous. There is a update on Dan Snyder. So coming from Congress today, they requested Roger Goodell and Dan Snyder sit with them and answer questions. I believe the hearing is June 22nd. This right here. And the NFL responded by saying that. So basically, the sort of missive from Congress was the NFL has blocked everything and has not cooperated. Dan Snyder has blocked everything and not cooperated. We must talk to both of them. The NFL responded with this, saying that we've actually cooperated and we'll respond when we do, but we've also turned over almost 500,000 documents, we'll say.
I mean, you just throw around that half.
Yeah, well, it's
460,000.
Similar to the Mahomes deal.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm referring to. Yeah.
Right. So what they want is the Beth Wilkinson document that came from the NFL's investigation into workplace practices with the Commanders. It seems the document was never made and doesn't exist. So what Congress wants is to find out everything they can about that situation, and they're also looking into the finances. Remember a couple weeks ago there was news about a potential ticket scheme, looking into that as well. So they want Goodell and Snyder to sit with them and answer questions, which I assume would be under oath. And we'll see, what they decide. But that could be some high drama on June 22nd.
Okay, so Snyder and Goodell are going to have to answer questions. Goodell, by the way, I know they're politicians. Good luck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Goodell is a master deflector.
Yeah.
One of the greatest. Would be able to take any of their jobs if he wanted to, just strictly because of how he can speak, the amount of money he has to fund himself, and everything like that. Dan Snyder, though, from what we have heard, not going to perform well at this, right?
Put some pressure on that guy.
This is not going to go great. It's going to be a fifth, I assume, pled a lot.
Womsgams like performance.
That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering. But you compound that with the Gruden NFL thing going on. Are we looking at potentially the last couple of months here of Roger Goodell's reign as the commissioner of the NFL with how public this could all potentially get?
I don't think so. I think it sounded like there was some reports coming out of the owners' meeting or the spring meeting. There you go. 2 weeks ago, that some owners are looking at potentially extending him. So we'll see if that happens. But I don't believe this would have a negative effect on him. Depending on what Congress finds, it might have a negative effect on Dan Snyder. Very possible. The Las Vegas Raiders are so interesting because on field, they look good. They look like they are going to be maybe very good. Off the field in the front office, it's been the opposite. And we're not talking like GM. We're talking like couple team presidents, allegations, against Mark Davis and the organization. The NFL is going to look into it, so we'll see what comes of that.
Yeah, and if that goes public, I mean, I'd be intrigued to hear what all is going to come out through discovery, if that's potentially a thing. 460,000 emails is a lot of emails that they said they've turned over to them, but wasn't it 650,000 or something was the reported number at the beginning of that? This could all be a very loud offseason for the NFL. I'm sure they can't wait for fucking Rams-Bills.
Yeah.
Let's just get to Rams-Bills, please. I'm excited to see what takes place. But when you're at the top of the mountain, Ian, there's always going to be this type of situation.
Yeah, there's so much stuff going on.
There's a lot of stuff going on right now. I mean, a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, a lot of it's bad, too.
Yeah, mostly off the gridiron stuff.
Yeah.
That is off season.
Deshaun, Goodell and Snyder go into the House Oversight Committee, if it's just like this, the UFO one we seen,
They're fine.
can we get? Yeah, I mean, can we get a little bit higher quality video for that, maybe?
Right.
Yeah.
Because us in the NFL world are used to watching something above 420. Okay, so we would like to learn about the league that we cover here, and we know you guys are going to ask great questions. I will let you know, though, Yin should take it as a challenge if you're sitting down with Roger Goodell and you're trying to dance with him one-on-one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get Gallagher in there.
Need Gallagher in there.
Need him to be there.
Oh, Jesus. The Gruden NFL thing, that's only going to get bigger.
That was the report yesterday that like Goodell's going to lose his job because of this Gruden lawsuit.
That was a report. I don't know. That's why I asked him, like, are we seeing the end of the Goodell era here as all this public shit's about to take place? And he said, no, they were thinking about extending him.
Yeah.
I don't know who's reporting that. They weren't at the One Per Club meeting like I was. They were thinking about extending him. Hondo Carpenter at Hondo Carpenter reports that Gruden versus NFL attorney predicts Goodell will lose his job. So somebody who has a bar, past the bar somewhere, says Goodell's going to lose his job.
Yeah.
And we don't have anybody in this office that is past the bar, so we can't claim that. But we do have an accountant here, a couple of them.
Sure.
And they say they don't know. So I would like to predict that an accountant has predicted that Goodell might keep his job.
Okay.
Put that on the fucking record.
Yeah,
There we go.
Put it on the ticker, maybe.
There it is. Yeah, we need people to at least look at the show and say, okay, if an accountant said that, then maybe all of a sudden Goodell's not, doing too bad.
I think why the attorney, reigns a little heavier than maybe CFO Phil or any other accountant. Tony, you an accountant? No, you didn't pass the
I wouldn't.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
Well,
he's good.
maybe instead of accountant, then we put esteemed CFO.
Esteemed CFO, he thinks maybe. And by the way, we haven't even asked him. So this
True.
is kind of terrible reporting. But let's just say an accountant that we know said, I guess this one, the attorney carries a little bit more weight because it does involve a lot of trials and stuff.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I think in 2022, we all see the way things go. And it's all public perception. I feel like I understand public perception a little bit more maybe than every attorney on earth. I don't know. Might be wrong. I assume you do as well, just because we kind of live on the internet.
Yeah.
And that's what I think they're thinking. They're thinking what public perception is going to be so bad here after these two things that Goodell's going to have to be forced out of his job. Is that what Hondo's reporting that the attorney said to him?
But ultimately, they don't give a shit, right? Because they're just thinking like, hey,
Rams, Bills.
Raj, you're going to deflect bullets until Rams Bills, okay? And if you do that, we'll give you 3 more years.
All right, here's the deal. When you go into that oversight committee, which we will not be anywhere near.
No.
You will be in there alone with Dan Snyder, who Papa Johnny said called for your firing.
Or your head.
Wanted you out. Wanted you out. When you go in there, you put on a performance that we deem good. And by we deem good, we mean the world deems okay. Get this bonus. We got fucking waiting for you. And then you go into that Gruden one. All right. It's going to be tough.
That's going to be tough.
That one's going to be tough. If they get 650,000 emails and they decide to go through every single one of those emails, that might be a 1 to 2 year trial. We need you in there.
Yeah.
If you're able to get through that, here's another 3-year extendo. Deshaun Watson, okay, a 23rd and 24th allegation are coming. You get through that one, make the right decision, by the way, for the good of the league and society, by the way, because if what's being alleged is absolutely terrible, the league does not need to be that representative in the world. If you can get through that, here's 3-year extendo.
3-year contract.
Think about that. That's a lot of. Now he's probably in all that shit, right? Though, like the emails. So you assume Roger Goodell's emails in there at least once or twice.
Yeah, you would assume so.
Maybe, I don't know. Unless they were just emailing other presidents and GMs and things like that,
Could be.
and other coaches, and he's not even involved. Maybe that's why. Maybe Goodell feels completely okay about it. That investigation, I was supposed to have a handwritten report about it. Why'd that disappear? I'm sure Goodell will have. Wait till you hear Goodell's answer on that.
Oh, yeah.
He saved the world by getting rid of that investigation. I'm waiting. I've seen this guy work in a very hostile environment in our team meeting room at training. Training camp sucks. Everybody's miserable. I don't do shit at training camp. I'm miserable at training camp, just trying to bring fake energy in there. Everybody's miserable, and he's there to tell everybody why we are going to be kicked out of the building after this season. Okay, you're not going to be able to work. This is what's going to happen. Anybody got any questions? He sat in the pocket. And I saw him answer questions. And there were some uncomfortable moments. Hey, it got a little awkward. And not once did Goodell's shoulders move from being properly back, chest out.
Yeah. Perfect posture.
No problem at all. Composure at all times. Okay, thank you. I can understand your concerns. Boom. Right into an answer. It was like, holy shit. As an orator, that was one of the most impressive things. Well, you can expect that at this oversight committee.
Oh, yeah.
Dan Snyder, though, and Gruden, and all the other potential discovery emails, I think, will Gruden just say it how it is, I think, right?
I think so.
He's got nothing to lose.
If his emails are any indication.
You're right. Pretty wide open in there.
Yeah.